Hey guys, it's Emma Vigling with TYT Politics, talking about the senators up for re-election in 2018 and who their donors are. I kicked off the series talking about Senator Bernie Sanders. Think you guys know him somewhat. A senator who receives a lot of money from small dollar donors. Now, in the same vein, let's move on to Senator Elizabeth Warren, who has ridden the wave of small dollar donations to the Senate. In the first quarter of 2017, Senator Warren raised $5.2 million over 3 months, which is amazing. Politico reports, the haul came in small increments. Of the contributions, 92% were $50 or less, with 98% of the contributions $100 or less. That's really remarkable for a senator to do. A high-profile senator, especially when she's from a big-name state with a lot of industry like Massachusetts. You know, I know they have progressive senators historically, but she could have gone the easy way out. Easily. The second quarter of her fundraising actually told the same story. It wasn't just the first quarter. In the second quarter of 2017 of this year, Warren raised a little less, $3.45 million between April and June. Politico reports, of the $3.45 million Warren raised, 98% came from donations of $100 and under, the same small dollar percentage she saw during her record first quarter fundraising. In her career, according to Open Secrets, individual contributions make up a whopping 95.25% of her campaign cash, $60 million. PAC contributions make up less than $1 million, 1.57%. These numbers are strikingly similar to that of Bernie Sanders. Go watch my video on Bernie. So when some people say sell out, you have to be selling out to someone, know that there are virtually no numbers that back up your claim, because there's really no donors for her to sell out to. It's the people. I wouldn't be talking about raking in campaign cash in this positive tone if she had been getting that campaign cash from super PACs or even from large individual contributors. I know the media likes to talk about it fancifully, but I wouldn't be. But an overwhelming amount of the large amount of cash that she has raised was from small dollar contributors. This is a model for what we want to see throughout the rest of the United States. And as the second most progressive senator in America, I think that the amount of donations that she's gotten from small dollars shows in her policy. In her career, Warren's top career contributors are as follows. Emily's List, nearly $600,000, a group dedicated to electing female candidates, even though they've had their share of controversies in the past. Certainly. MoveOn.org, $454,000, which is a PAC that supported Bernie Sanders in the primary because their members voted for it. Harvard University, number 3, $352,000. Partners Healthcare, number 4, $131,000, a Boston-based nonprofit, and Brown Rudnick LLP, which $126,000, a Boston-based law firm. Then we go to her top industry donors. Number 1, Retired, $5.2 million. Then Democratic Liberal, $2.7 million. That's Bernie's top donor industry. Lawyers and law firms, number 3, with $2.7 million, close to 2.8. Women's issues, around $2 million. And to round out the top 5, education at $1.8 million. So part of why I fight back so vehemently against the notion that Warren is a sellout, it's been perpetuated online, I think it's false, is because we can't throw that word around lightly. In terms of campaign contributors, she's actually the opposite of a sellout. You have to sell out to someone to be a sellout. In some ways, her top campaign donors tell an even better story than Bernie Sanders' donor profile. Bernie got a lot of money from big tech. She didn't. So you can make a mistake or two. Bernie has made some, and maybe she's made a couple big, high-profile ones, and still be one of the best liberal and progressive leaders in the country. And that's what Warren is. Senator Warren is one of the best progressives in the country. And if you wanted to do this tit-for-tat comparison to Bernie, Warren has probably had her name on, honestly, more landmark legislation than Sanders pre-2016 when he has this clout now. Warren is an incredible senator. I don't agree with every vote. You're never going to agree with every vote from every senator. And her donor profile backs that up as a strong progressive senator. Part of why the establishment has embraced her is that she is, as Politico says, a prolific fundraiser. But that's from regular folks, $100 or less. Often they embrace the corporatists because they are prolific fundraisers, right? It's all about the money. I don't think they care where it comes from, but for most senators and for most people fundraising for them, it's easier to just go to the rich and to corporations and to corporate interests and take money from them. But Senator Warren has bucked that trend. So I think we should be championing her for being a voice in the Democratic Party that doesn't have to rely on corporate donations. Her donor profile is frankly incredible, and I really think that she deserves a lot of credit for it.